Talk about that behavioral adjustment. Explain that. Why do you think CMS? I mean, you and I both know what's
Yeah.
going on here, but what's the real story behind that in your mind?
Yeah. So in 2020, when we moved to the PDGM model, there was a period of time between about 20 and 22 that they built in the coding intensity, the visits, LUPAs, all those case mix weights, all those things that matter there. And what they said was, and I think this is kind of the flawed methodology part that the industry's been talking about, is they kind of assumed there was going to be this bad behavior and that they needed to adjust for that. That if they put in this model of PDGM, everybody was going to shift and react to that and therefore change their behavior. The thing I don't like about that is like it assumes bad intent or bad behavior. Other thing I think we find ourselves, now we're going into a calendar year 2027 rule that we're living off of old behavioral assumptions there too. And in the meantime, the industry's gotten more efficient, coding's gotten better. There's a lot more tools out there to kind of true up the true like regulatory compliance of coding and of documentation on the clinical side. So they're going to assume this bad behavior, but it didn't assume that what if the industry actually got much, much more tight and better and had better tools to do that. So we're living off, I think, of an old chassis